All right, problem 4-3, metric, medium level, part's origin is located at the back of the part, center of the circles, symmetric. Okay, I can kind of see that, at least the whole geometry. Lines, center line, circles, arcs, extruded boss, extruded cut, fillets, and chamfers. So depending on what they're trying to accomplish here um, with the geometry, yeah, we can go ahead and do all of that in one shot. If we go with the isometric, that puts us in the top plane, and then our section view. I do want to see if we can detail this and introduce planes. Maybe I'll come back after I do the whole wizard on that one, because this is something that I would do with the whole wizard in day to day. Because typically the clamping mechanism is going to, this side is going to be a threaded, this is going to be relief for the 440, or what size is it, a 4mm, so an M3, maybe an M3 by 0.5 socketed cap screw would go in there. But without room for a nut or some other geometry, that really isn't going to provide any compression. So looking at it from the reality standpoint, from an example standpoint, good example. Geometry, nothing too crazy there, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so new millimeter. We said we were going to be in the top plane to make it match the isometric. And again, the planes aren't really going to matter unless we are doing something like center of mass, because that will reverse XY or XZ, something along those lines. So let's go ahead and put in the circles. I'm going to go to a contour and region strategy to define this. So smart dimension, we have, let me get out of the linear, find a spot where it jumps. We have an inside of 35. All right, so should have looked at the print first. Let's try again, 35. And I could have done the math, 35 and 18 is not too terrible, but again, I want it to reflect, so the drawing, if there are any errors, that it is not me doing math that is the problem. So let's go ahead and extend that up, and it has a dimension of 1.5, so that's going to get kind of small as far as recognizing our geometry. Let's see, it just needs to be tangent so that it can cut through. So select the line, control select the circle, we'll go tangency. I can select the midpoint. If you want to put in the center line, it's certainly an option. We go vertical, and then the height goes to 21. So let's zoom up on it, and I'm going to try and select that geometry from way out. All right, so that gives me my initial shape, and we're going to go feature, extrude, and looking at the geometry again, it is 9mm on the thickness, and it's going to make sure that we select for the contour and region. All right, so our through hole geometry will be on the right plane. It has a center. Let's see, are we given the vertical? 4 from, I guess we're doing 4 from the bottom. And if I need to kind of just gauge my location, again, I'm going to kind of rotate, make sure I'm looking at this in the right orientation. I want to draw the holes over here, not over here. The solid is fine. And it gives us 4.5mm to the center line. So since we are looking for that silhouette edge, that one has a little bit of a challenge. So if I'd left this a circle, it might have done a little bit better. But let's see if we draw a center line, and I did not get that to be a center line, so we'll switch it to for construction. And it grabs something, but that is looking like the point. So let's see if it just will go to the arc. Doesn't give me a relation there. All right, so I really need that that silhouette edge. So I'm going to leave this. We don't really need that now. I'm going to leave this sketch and go back into the Boss Extrude. And when we select the region, well, that's going to give me the whole thing again. So I made a fundamental choice that is going to affect this downstream decision. Oh wow, I really messed that up. Easy part, easy to mess up. All right, so we have the contour, we have the region. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I've already kind of gone down the proverbial rabbit hole. So this is going to be the quick solution. I know that selecting the midpoint, going to the geometry, assuming that that looks centered anyway, that's horizontal. And then for our center location, we know that that inside is 35. So 35 divided by 2 is 17.5. Okay, it didn't do it, but let's see if order of operations works. 4.5. So that would be 18. That should give us 22. All right, so we'll go ahead with our through geometry of 4 millimeters. Oh, and it does show 4.5 from the bottom. Design intent, I would usually leave that centered. There's not many instances where I would not. All right, so made that too complicated, but you know, again, you see what you see when you see it. So extrude cut. We're going to stay with the through all both so it finds its way through. We'll go right back into the right plane, and we're going to generate the geometry for the counter bore. And the counter bore is shown as a diameter of 6. And we go ahead and accept that. And the first cut, we are going to have to use an offset plane or a start from to generate this geometry. We need to move it out a little ways. All right, so the from becomes a distance of 7. Since we're on the center line, I can offset the start of the sketch 7 millimeters. It's going to the left, that's fine. But we go back to through all. I need to uncheck direction 2 since it's still active. And let's make sure it went that way. So my choice is to reverse the offset or reverse the direction. So it's showing me the preview, but I'm looking at this little circle going, that's not on the right side. So let's go ahead and create that geometry. All right, so the next choice is I could mirror that cut, but I'm fine with expanding out the sketch, highlighting it. We are still going to stay through all. We'll put back in the 7 millimeters. This time I have to reverse it, and the through all is already going in the correct direction. So we hit accept, and then we can go top plane, or top edge, bottom edge. Let's see, the fillet, or the chamfer. Where did that go? Oh, 1 millimeter by 45 all the way around inside and out. All right, so because this has the break in it, we are going to have to select additional items. Just give it a little bit of a pause, wait for that context to pop up. And then we have 1 millimeter, shows us the preview on one of them, and then we can go ahead and accept. All right, so if you did not get the context, just keep in mind, again, you can do the pull down, get the geometry, and let's see how close we got. 10, 173. So evaluate, mass properties, 10, 173 and change, rounds up. I think we actually it would have rounded up a little bit, but I'm going to count that as a win.